Oh, hello. At the park. Uh, Enjoy looking at the view. Huh. I like coming here because it helps me to relax and to think about things that I cannot forget. I don't know, kind of always used to struggle with depression. I don't think what I have now is depression. It's more grieving the loss of something that I thought was really good. I've learned a lot these last couple of years. I don't know. There's what I found or whatever is that people hurt. Well, hurt people hurt others, of course, but predominantly most of our suffering comes from other people. It doesn't come from God. It doesn't come from, some higher being. If you think about it, really, look at the history of mankind. You have Christ, who was murdered or killed by the government, who Christ said that there's going to come a time when people think that, by giving you up to the authorities of the world and killing you, that they're doing the will of God, and that's not true. My belief is pacifism. I'm a pacifist whenever it comes to everything, government, everything worldly. I don't believe in force. I don't believe in violence. I believe love changes hearts. I believe the gospel changes hearts, not the law. The law sucks. In fact, I was arrested a couple years ago because of the fucking law. Anyway, sorry for the language. My car was broken down and had to go and pay $500, $700 to get it out of the impound. Who, they weren't helping. No, they don't help people. You notice how our system's set up to actually make things worse, not make things better. At the start of this pandemic, which is what I call it, COVID-19, which is what it is, it's a pandemic. I was a terrain theorist. Still am a terrain theorist. I don't believe in vaccines. I don't believe in germs causing sickness. I believe that you are what you eat, you are what you do. Our air is probably more polluted, and our bodies detoxify itself by going through sickness, diseases. Our waters is more polluted than they were. We drink out of a bottle of water which contains a lot of plastic. Our bodies cannot really digest plastic. It's kind of like chewing gum and eating it. It takes our bodies an ultimate amount of time to digest it. This is, the history. I'm a philosophy student. I got my degree from Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary. So yeah, I like reading history. Back in the 1800s, there were two people, and I knew of one because of a guy named Gordon H. Clark, who wrote in his book, The Science of the Philosophy, I forgot, I have to go back, Science and the Belief in God. Gordon Clark is a Platonist, or Augustinian, but, basically, agreed with, some of the Platonic beliefs. We cannot know things by our senses. We cannot, it's not by our senses that we can, figure out stuff. No, it's by revelation of God that tells, that by which we know the truth. Anyways, Gordon H. Clark, he wrote on pasture. Yeah, science is helpful, but it's not correct. It's not truthful. Yeah, some of the things that Pastor said may be helpful, but at the end of the day, it's not truthful. There was another guy that combated with Pastor, Louis Pasteur, and his name was Antone Becamp, or whatever, I don't know. And he posited that, disease, sickness, it's of us, it's by us, it's for us. Anyways, I mean, I told, I sent out a message to, I don't think these guys really look at these messages. They don't really represent us. I sent out a message to Greg Abbott before he, shut down Texas, shut down the Texas economy. I sent an email out to Trump before he started pandering to this, or catering to these, people who were screaming, "Oh, COVID-19, COVID-19." Then I also, I kind of emailed Mr. Biden, who's a retard. Anyways, yeah, none of these guys really pay attention. They don't know. They're just puppets. They're puppets used by Satan. Anyways, I guess what I really wanted to say is that, I'm at the park. Man creates problems. Really the best way that what you can do is just live your best life. Find out what you enjoy doing and do it. I mean, I'm not saying go out and murder people. That's not the encouragement. But, look, I had my fair share of hearts and hurts and pains. I don't know, I really love this one girl, this one woman, but apparently America is not a free society. It's a hierarchical society. You can't date your nurse. You can't date your dance instructor because it's deemed wrong. Even though you're both adults, you can both, make adult decisions. Apparently, you can't do that in today's society. I don't know. The nurse's name was Amanda, but I don't know. She flirted with me though. I don't know. It just made me kind of, I don't know. I'm not the best at relationships, I guess. I always went towards books and, I don't know. Nowadays, our society, it's like Fyodor Dostoevsky. Fyodor Dostoevsky wrote a book called The Idiot, in which, in one grand truth that he posits is that society is really set up between bad people and good people, and it's the good people that always loses out. The bad people, on the other hand, are the ones that win. And then the women go after the bad people, and the bad people always end up abusing them. And it's like women nowadays, all they care about is narcissistic people. That's all they really want. They don't really care about good-hearted men who will work hard to get the things that they want, men who will actually treat them right. No, they want men who abuse them. I guess they like being hit at night. I don't know, whatever it is. But I'm reminded of what Jeremiah says. The women of his day are evil, and they're not. They're not righteous. I don't know. We're living in a bad time right now. I don't know, but some of the things I've learned over the past couple of years is, number one, balancing my energy. Every now and then it's hard, but I tried to work on that. I tried to get to a place where I just focus up on myself. I can't really depend upon even my family. My family doesn't really know much. I bought my mom a dance. Pass. She still hasn't used it, and her thing is, oh well, I'm going to use it whenever I get a job. Well, she has a job. She still hasn't used it. She's never taken the steps to use it. And then on top of that, there's also, other things, managing expectations. I guess that the likelihood that the past person who I was interested in would ever come back is slim to none. I have to manage the expectations. I have to not really think about that, which, I don't know, it's kind of hard, difficult. Relating with women is hard too, because, you say one thing and it seems like, oh no, that's a red flag. It's hard. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. I like working out. I got a girl's number once at the gym. I was like, well, okay, we can go slow. I don't care. you know, we can just be friends. I ended up texting her a couple of different times. Crickets, but she was like, yeah, I would appreciate friendship, but no, her name was Kenzie McCollum or something like that. I don't know, whatever her name was. I ended up deleting her number because I didn't like the fact that that's what she was doing. She's probably young, I don't know. But women who play games like that, they're not worth the time. They're not worth the effort. You know, I'm a down to earth kind of person. I don't know. Either you are the right one or you're not. I don't play games like, oh, I need to chase after them. No, fuck that. The other thing is that, you know, besides finding balance and you know, also managing expectations, the other thing is also to recognize the patterns, you know, which goes with what I was kind of saying. You know, situation may be different, but it also may have similar, you know, playing fields. The game's different, but the rules are the same. I don't know, whatever. You know, you just kind of have to recognize the patterns and move on with your life. And find one that doesn't have the same patterns. I don't know. If life was easier, it would be a lot better. I don't know. But, I mean, I'm not depressed. Like I said, I don't own a gun. I don't encourage people to go out shooting or do anything like that. I believe the gospel is what changes hearts, not weapons, not weaponry, not anything. I don't believe cops changes lives. What happened in Uvalde was deafening, but the response to it is also much more deafening. I think love is what we need to focus on. America isn't based on love, at least not anymore. I don't know. I mean, back in even in 1860, with Senator Spooner, he was arrested for trying to outdo the government. You know, the governmental system of his time. Of course, he wrote a book about, you know, no treason. You know, Constitution. Is the Constitution powerful enough to prevent the government that we have, or is it the very thing that encourages this government that we have? Whatever it is, it's not a document that is worth listening to anymore. I mean, with that said, I mean, I'm sure nowadays people are going to hear this and be like, oh, you're an enemy of America, of the Constitution. Well, I never signed any sort of document, number one, which is Senator Spooner's argument. And number two, it's, you know, I'm a believer. I'm not of this world. I'm part of the city of God, not part of the city of man. So whether you think I'm a whatever you want to call it or not, I don't care. But anyways, I hope y'all are doing well, and I'm gonna try to produce some more videos. I just gotta get comfortable with this, and yeah. All right, bye.